The internet cannot stop talking about the major moments from the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial.
Also, what happened to Amber's $7 million divorce settlement? All that and so much more in today's show. What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Susan Morad.
And I'm your host, Carly Henderson. And before we continue, we want to issue a trigger warning as we're going to be discussing claims of domestic abuse. So please only continue watching if you feel comfortable doing so. It's safe to say that America is invested in the very public court battle between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, since it has been live streamed for everyone to see. And there have definitely been some pretty shocking revelations from the whole thing, involving dog poop, cry face filters, and so much more. Now, obviously this all stems from a heavy topic, with Johnny suing Amber for defamation over her claims of domestic abuse from her 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post, and Amber countersuing him for $100 million. Of course, they discussed the infamous dog poop incident that happened in 2016 when Johnny found poop in his bed and blamed Amber for it, but Amber blamed it on Boo, Johnny's dog.
Did you commit any kind of prank? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That would be nasty. And then there was a rumor that Snapchat's crying filter was inspired by Amber Heard's face crying in court.
Oh my god, you guys, there is an Amber Heard filter on Snapchat where no matter what face you actually make, it's a crying face.
Social media users asked, is this filter a take on Amber Heard's crying face? And these snap videos made their way over to TikTok's For You page, with users showing themselves doing seemingly mundane things while appearing to have a full-on breakdown. One user even overlaid the filter on top of One Direction's Night Changes music video because, you know, the internet. A Snapchat rep did tell TMZ that there was simply no truth that the filter was inspired by Amber. And there's no question that allegations of abuse and assault have affected both of their careers as movie stars. Amber previously starred in blockbusters like Justice League and Aquaman, and she said she hoped to reprise her role in the sequel, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, but Amber claimed that her part was cut down after Depp's former lawyers called her abuse allegations a hoax in 2019. Amber revealed, without giving any spoilers away, they basically took a bunch out of my role, and Amber said that she has only been able to work on one small independent film in recent years. And let's get nerdy for a second here. So this chart that Axios put together shows the average number of social media interactions per topic since early April. The Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial spawned more online discussion than Elon Musk buying Twitter, President Joe Biden, the leaked Supreme Court's decision on abortion, the Russia-Ukraine war, inflation, and yes, even more than COVID. Which is wild considering how much more some of those other topics would actually affect people's day-to-day lives. Looking at you, inflation and COVID, go ahead and see yourself out. Oh, and some curious fans are going to extreme lengths to get a front row seat to this whole court battle, telling people that they spent $30,000 in travel expenses to get to Fairfax, Virginia, where the trial is, and many people camped out in their cars outside the courthouse as early as 12:45 a.m. to wait and try to get a wristband, which lets them into the courtroom. So there are a lot of things that I could think of spending $30,000 on, like travel, concerts, following Harry Styles around on tour, just tons of stuff that would make your personal life more enjoyable. So spending $30K on this seems like a depressing way to spend your hard-earned cash. You know, talking about the impact of this trial, even here at Clever, like this isn't something that we would normally cover. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, they're huge, but they aren't the typical celebs that we cover on our channel. But there's no denying that everyone's eyes are just on this case.
They sure are, and I think no matter who you're siding with and who you think is telling the truth or not, the one big takeaway from all of this is how serious and real domestic violence is for both women and men. For many survivors, the details of this trial and seeing all the widespread media attention has been extremely triggering. So it's important to please be mindful when making comments on the case online and sharing posts. Another moment that captured our attention from the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial was what exactly happened with Amber's $7 million divorce divorce money. When Johnny and Amber reached a divorce settlement in 2016, Amber announced that she was donating her entire $7 million payout to charity. She said the money would be split between two organizations, with $3.5 million going to the American Civil Liberties Union and $3.5 million to the Children's Hospital Los Angeles. During cross-examination from Camille Vasquez on Johnny's legal team, it was put to Amber that she still had not made the promised donation.
Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the
Ms. Heard,
settlement, $7 million
that's not my
to
question.
charity, and I
Heard,
intend to
Ms.
fulfill
Heard,
those obligations.
Ms. Heard, that's not my question.
It became clear that Amber was talking about pledging, while Camille was referring to actual donation and the payment of money. So Camille made the distinction and put it to Amber again, which incited this now viral response.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another.
But
They're
I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question.
This moment had many people weighing in on Amber's definition of donate versus pledge, with accusations she deceived the public. As the questioning continued to intensify, Camille propositioned that Amber had not paid $3.5 million of her own money to each of the ACLU and the Children's Hospital Los Angeles, to which Amber responded,
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
This revelation was shocking because Amber had previously claimed publicly on 2 occasions that the entirety of the $7 million had already been donated. Under oath, during her testimony in Johnny's UK High Court libel case against the Sun newspaper in 2020, which brought in a new wave of accusations that she lied under oath. Also during an appearance on a Danish talk show in October 2018.
$7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
Circling back on Amber's statement that she hadn't made the full donation yet because Johnny sued her, Camille called into question a timeline of events and evidence that showed Amber had received the entire $7 million divorce settlement by February 2018, months before Johnny sued her.
You had all of the $7 million for 13 months before Mr. Depp sued you, and you chose not to pay it to the charities you pledged it to.
I disagree with your characterization of that.
Interestingly, the money that had been paid to the charities to date involved Elon Musk, who Amber publicly dated in 2017 after her split from Johnny. The court heard that Amber had donated $1.3 million to date to the ACLU, $2.2 million short of her pledge. ACLU's COO told the court that $350,000 was paid by Amber directly, while $100,000 was paid by Johnny as part of the divorce settlement money, and $500,000 was paid by Elon Musk in her name. Amber insisted that she fully intends to honor the pledges and would love for Johnny to stop suing her so she can. She also claimed that the money Elon paid was additional and not to form part of her obligation, and that she had planned to make the full donation over 10 years. While these details have become some of the most talked about, so has Johnny's lawyer Camille Vasquez and her cross-examination of Amber. Camille has been receiving praise across the internet and social media while also gaining a cult following. And I think the most surprising part about this tense exchange between Camille and Amber is that Amber believed that pledge and donate meant the same thing.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another. They're
But I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
Donating is money actually leaving your account, while pledging is more like an intention or promise. In an everyday conversation, the difference might not be a huge deal, but before the court, under oath, and in TV interviews, thinking the two words mean the same thing proved to be problematic for Amber during her cross-examination. Whatever the court decides, I hope Amber does make that pledge in full when she can.
You know, I always wondered when celebrities publicly pledge donations to causes, like, who's actually following up on that? I mean, I think it would be the most selfless and just respectable to do it in private and not tell anyone, but it's also good PR, and studies have actually shown that celebrity donations can influence other people to donate too, so that's a plus. However, it's not something that's typically enforced, right? Like, there's no donation police, so we'll just have to see what happens when this court battle is over.
Okay, switching gears for a bit, it's time for some other big stories. Taylor Swift is now Dr. Taylor Allison Swift. Taylor received her honorary doctorate in fine arts from New York University, and she was beaming from ear to ear during this monumental achievement. Her highly anticipated commencement speech gave us so many inspiring and entertaining moments like this.
Learn to live alongside cringe. No matter how hard you try to avoid being cringe, you will look back on your life and cringe retrospectively.
Cheers to you, Dr. Taylor Swift, and to being cringe.
And Selena Gomez recently mentioned that she is single and ready for love. And her only Murders in the Building co-stars, Martin Short and Steve Martin, revealed that they have been very protective over Sel's love life.
She must pass every prospective person through us.
And so far we haven't liked anybody.
Travis has officially tied the knot for real this time. Kourtney and Travis are now husband and wife in the eyes of the law, as they officially said their I do's in Santa Barbara. Kourtney shared these pics to mark the occasion with the caption, "Till death do us part." And it looks like there will be a bigger wedding with the entire Kardashian Barker fam in Italy in the future.
And Harry Styles told Apple Music's Zane Lowe that he feels really lucky to have come up and dealt with fame alongside his One Direction bandmates.
It's impossible to not, at times, I think everyone experiences this, feel like, oh, everyone else is on the other side of the glass and I'm on this side of the glass and no one really gets it. And I think having that is like kind of priceless.
While Doja Cat has been cleaning up during awards season, if you're wondering if she still has plans on quitting music, she was asked by E! News on the red carpet of the Billboard Music Awards if her saying she was quitting music was a joke.
It wasn't a joke, not to me at the time, but I think it's also like I'm here because I made music and I want to make music again. I'm getting a break, and that break is going to be me making music, which is funny. It's like I want to stop music, but I don't.
So there you have it, and thank goodness.
All right, well, that does it for our show today. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Bye.